Hey y'all, Xbox has been in court with the FTC trying to plead their case for the Activision acquisition. We're learning a lot about Xbox, their business, and their plans moving forward from this case. I'm going to share what we've learned so far. My sources on this is IGN, The Verge, Kotaku, and Polygon. The big showstopper is that Xbox's boss, Phil Spencer, admits they've lost the console war. They have been since 2001, according to him. He says they've consistently been in third place behind Nintendo and PlayStation. It was revealed that Starfield was originally going to be a PlayStation exclusive. Now, some sources are saying that it was going to be multi-platform, but like The Verge is saying no, it was going to be only for PlayStation. Microsoft saw that PlayStation was paying companies to just not release something on Xbox, and so they took action and bought Bethesda ZeniMax to get Starfield. That tells us two things. First off, they believe Starfield is going to be Xbox's big anchor going forward, probably on par with something like Halo. And we have to wonder, what would Xbox look like today if they didn't have Starfield coming out soon? Would they be rushing a Gears of War or a Halo? They also said that the game is simply just too big to release on PlayStation. It would delay the game another at least 9 weeks to try to make a PlayStation port. But they clarified that Bethesda and pretty much everything ZeniMax will continue to make multi-platform games, but they did not confirm whether or not Elder Scrolls 6 will be multi-platform. Jim Ryan over at PlayStation hinted in an email that was submitted they would not be sharing the PlayStation 6 information to Activision if they were acquired. That means they would not give Activision the tools they need to make a Call of Duty port for it. Now this is for PlayStation 6, which also came out that both companies expect that'll be 2028 before we get the next generation. We're already considered next beyond this generation. Some of the games that are currently exclusive for Xbox or in production for Xbox, like the Indiana Jones games, were originally multi-platform games, but Xbox and Microsoft felt it important to acquire the companies. Like ZeniMax is in charge of this one through Machine Games, and so when they acquired them, they told them, no, you're going to lock down just Xbox and PC. One of the questions asked is, why is Minecraft not on PS5? Phil Spencer told the courts this is because PlayStation never offered them a dev kit to make the game for them. It kind of leans back on that Call of Duty comment from earlier. Back to Elder Scrolls 6, they're saying that it's at least 5 years away. At least 5 years away. And I keep hoping we're going to get an announcement like this month or something like that. So we have at least 5 years. I know that's unfortunate news for many people. And then lastly, we have a quote from Phil Spencer to the judge. This is Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley. He says, quote, "I would raise my hand. I will do whatever it takes. We have no plan. I'm making a commitment standing here that we will not pull Call of Duty. It is my testimony from PlayStation." We're learning a lot from Microsoft from this case. It seems like they're trying to pitch this idea that they're weaker than you think and just try to stay alive. Meanwhile, PlayStation is basically explaining if you give them these things, they'll become a powerhouse, a monopoly of certain games, of certain properties. Like cloud gaming, for example. PlayStation says you should worry about cloud gaming, but Xbox is saying it's the least important feature in Game Pass. I have mixed feelings about this. I currently have a PS5, but I'm a big Xbox loyalist. And really, they're two multi-billion-dollar companies that I say, let them fight, we'll win out in the end when innovation happens. But I just find it interesting to see these different tactics from companies that we've been following for multiple decades now. And there's a little part of me, it's probably the teenager version of me, that's excited to see the console wars so hot again. And not from the fans that are arguing for the sake of just selling more consoles, but from the companies. And if this creates, a better version of Call of Duty out of PlayStation or Xbox trying to make more exclusives to be able to compete with like God of War, yes, please do that. Let me know what you guys think about this case and whether or not you think it's a good idea for Xbox to be able to acquire Activision Blizzard. Have a good weekend.